The Tree Whispered. This book is lovingly dedicated to all who allow themselves to imagine. The wonderful art in this book was created by Kriya Starfire and Kira Kelly. Imagine what would happen if upon awakening we greeted our days by choosing to label them precious gifts. Then, as we danced our morning meditations, we let ourselves feel as though we were dancing with all the angels in the universe. This would leave every cell in our bodies vibrating and happy, all our eyes wide open. Imagine what would happen if when we walked outside we chose to label our surroundings heaven, paradise, and beautiful, if we let ourselves believe we were home wherever we are, then allowed our hearts to open and fully feel the peace this would bring. Imagine what would happen if we blessed the earth in this way with each step we took. Imagine what would happen if we stopped the chatter inside our heads, if our clear, unfettered minds were allowed to dance free in the silence, like dewdrops upon new blades of grass. If we chose to label our minds free, original, and creatively limitless, then went out to share our genius with the world. Imagine what would happen if we chose to label our emotional bodies ecstatic, satisfied, fulfilled, empowered, and so we experience this to be true. Imagine how that vibration would renew and recharge our physical bodies. All feelings of unworthiness would flee, and we would experience our bodies as healthy, glowing temples of light. Imagine what would happen if we then allowed our hearts to sing joyous, alive songs, and all the words to the songs were yes, until all the melodies harmoniously blended and weaved into symphonies continuous. And then we all knew we had a place in the orchestra of life, so none of us would ever feel alone. Imagine what would happen if we let go of worrying whether the music of our souls would be received well by others or not. What if we so let go of caring what other people thought that we no longer hid our light? What if we so opened beyond fear to embrace every feeling and experience we chose to create in this opera called life? What if, without judgment or resistance, we fully felt it all? The brightest light within us, the darkest dark within us, and all the shades of gray in between us. Well, what if we let it all flow through us with loving embracement? Then we let it all go. We let ourselves be. Then the natural joy and aliveness of spirit flowing through us would play us like a flute until we became the music. And then with each movement, each breath, each heartbeat, each blink, we would share our soul's melody in the orchestra of life. Beauty would be birthed into form as a reflection of our joy. Imagine what would happen if we loved ourselves so deeply we chose to let our world reflect this. Imagine if we chose in each moment to be our own best friends, if we held ourselves in gentleness and deep respect, with unconditional embracement and acceptance. Allow yourself to take a deep breath now and feel what this would feel like. Imagine what would happen if we labeled our relationships holy, blessed, and perfect. If we allowed ourselves to create deeply loving, growth-producing, creative sharings of the most intimate connecting, creating bliss on all levels. Imagine what would happen if, when we looked into the eyes of another, we allowed ourselves to see only beauty, and secrets and judgment no longer existed, and we knew in our hearts that all beings are holy. Imagine if we let eternal love be all that was true about all our connections. Imagine what would happen if we chose to create a willingness to say yes, to open and expand, to receive all the infinite blessings that are continuously showered upon us, every day, in every way. Imagine what would happen if we allowed ourselves to play. Imagine what would happen if we no longer shut ourselves away from the ocean of infinite love and wisdom we are all swimming in. If the waves washing in and washing over us brought a glow of delight. Imagine if we allowed ourselves to receive abundant gifts of rare beauty, freely offered with no condition, except that we accept. Imagine if we let our answer be yes, yes, yes. Then we found our lives abundantly full, all choices before us ripe for the picking. We would only need to choose then whether to stand in awe and gratitude, or dance great celebratory dances of thanksgiving and delight, or to just let our tears fall freely, tears of joy and relief, washing our eyes clear forever of any illusion of scarcity. Imagine what would happen then if each tear that fell watered a spot upon the earth, and there a flower grew, and the energy of that healing spread to all abused places in the body of Earth Mother, until once again she was only a shining garden, glowing green and golden. Then celestial songs continuous would fill all hearts and minds, and all the songs would be praises to the glory of love and life, to the power of yes. Imagine there was nothing else to do then, nothing else to know, no place to go, nothing to desire, no one to be, and everything was perceived only as the circle, whole and complete, no beginning, no end, and everyone was perceived only as I am, we are, connected eternal as family in the light of love's omnipotence. Imagine beyond the delight of this, and you will pass through a gateway beyond any return. And there in that temple, deep in your heart, beyond all that is, you will hear the still small voice. You will find the silent mystery, and you will realize in truth that this is all you've ever wanted. You will know in truth that all you've ever wanted, you are. Yes, all you've ever wanted, you are.